Right, it is race week. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a structure. But like I've played professional sport for 20 years or so. Okay, so my only advice is going to be like what works for me doesn't work for you. Okay, what you'll learn over the time that you go through these events is that you'll find your own little way of doing things. Just look at Usain Bolt, fastest man in the world. He achieved that by eating chicken nuggets from McDonald's before a race. Okay, now if it works for you, it works. It's not optimal, but what I'm going to do is give you a bit of a structure. And the reason this is going to be really good is because these are just little coins in the bank, like I said to you. Okay, like if it gets you in a state where you feel like you're doing everything, then you're going to perform better. Okay, and that's all this is. And over time and experience, you will craft your own way of things. So, a lot of people will carb load for like a whole week before their event and they'll stop training, this, that, and the other. You don't need to worry about that. Okay, we just need to start giving you a little bit more structure, like 3 days before, okay, or 2 days before, even. So, we've got Friday here, okay, really simple. Let me get this up. So, we've got Friday, okay. That's going to be our last day of exercise. We're going to say a zone 2 run. So by zone 2, zone 1 is like walking, zone 2 is like really slow, steady jog, like enjoyable, like as if you're just trotting with your kids. Okay, slow, steady, enjoyable. Okay, make sure you stretch, do your mobility 5 to 10 minutes before and after. Okay, because remember we're trying to stimulate recovery here. So zone 2 will encourage circulation through the muscles, and any aches, DOMs or whatever, it will flush that out. And the fitter you get, your zone 2 will become higher and you'll be able to do more. Okay, so there's your exercise on Friday. Lifestyle, let's start trying to get an earlier bedtime. I know it's harder with kids and stuff, this, that, and the other, but just try, be conscious of it. Okay, every hour before midnight is going to be the equivalent of 2 hours of sleep. That's going to help recovery and just make you feel more refreshed. You never feel bad for extra sleep. If you can get a hot bath, this is just going to allow blood to circulate through the muscles and just make you feel a little bit looser. Light some candles, chill out if you can. Again, with kids, I do appreciate that might be a bit harder, but it's just, again, a coin in the bank, like I said. Okay, try having some water with electrolytes in after your workout. Okay, these are going to replace salts, potassium, all the things that are lost when we exercise and just help hydrate you. So we're just really focusing on this before, a few days before, so you get them in. Okay, they're just there. Okay, if you want a link for these, I can send you one. Nutritionally, just the staples. Eat your 5 fruit and veg. Okay, we're getting fiber in, we're getting vitamins, we're hydrating you. Again, we're just lining our body with good stuff. Make your meals really protein based to speed recovery, to satiate you, and just make sure you've got tools in the bank for race day. And this is where we're going to start, like what people say, carb loading. We're going to start lacing your muscles with glycogen so that when you're in the trenches in the race, your body can call upon these energy levels. So have like a pasta dish for tea. That's it. You might be doing this already. You might not even drink coffee, but with caffeine, try Cullet after midday. So don't drink any coffee in the afternoon. Again, this is just going to allow the sleep side. Okay, so you can fall in a deeper sleep because caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours. So it's just allowing us to recover. Saturday, try to stretch morning and evening. Get up, do a stretch, do your morning mobility, and do the same in the evening just to loosen you off. Get yourself out for a walk in the day with the family, maybe just to tick over, just to loosen off. Where you can, try getting earlier bedtime. Again, this is where the caffeine call comes in because we've got no caffeine in our bloodstream, so you go into a deeper sleep. If you can, get a hot bath. Prep your kit the night before. I always like to do this. I know what I've got, so just in the morning I can focus on the race. It's all out. I'm not running around after poly or whatever, and it's just a nice little thing to do. So prep your kit. Even if you can, make your breakfast. So like I've suggested, like oats or whatever. Like we'll get onto that in a minute. Make it ready so in the morning you can just eat it. Okay, it just saves you energy. Again, your 5 fruit and veg, protein focused, pasta dish for tea. You've got your caffeine cool. Maybe even have a pudding. Okay, just as a bit of a pick me up. You're going to utilize it on the day anyway, so not a bad thing. Race day. Morning stretch. So as soon as you get up, if you can have a lie-in, I know it's difficult with kids, maybe delegate it to the husband. If you can have a little bit of a lie-in, great. It's not going to be much. I think you're racing at 9 or whatever. But try have like some porridge or oats 2 to 3 hours before you run, okay? So this is just going to mean, okay, it's going to be digested. It's not going to be sat on your stomach, and you're going to feel a little bit emptier come you run, okay? And we're not going to have any nervous like toilet stops or whatever just because of what's in your stomach, because it does happen on race day. So 2 to 3 hours before satisfies that, and then very much around an hour before. It depends on how you feel. You might not want to eat. You might want to eat, but you can get like a banana in you, or you can get like a gel. You can get them carb gels. They're not for everyone. I do like them, but they're not for everyone. And try sip on electrolytes. So pop a little electrolyte tablet in your water. This is just going to hydrate you and just make sure we're getting all the salts in there so the body's performing at its best. You can have a coffee if you want as a bit of a pre-workout. Again, it's down to you how you feel with that if you want that. And if you want, midway through the run, take in like your pocket or whatever, a gel or some sweets. So about halfway through your run, you might start flagging. It might be like, oh my God, I've got to do this. Just that little bit of a surge of sugar, some jelly babies, some fruit pastels, something to chew on, or a gel. Might be just a little bit of a pick-me-up so you can finish strong. So there's a little bit of a framework for you to follow. And it's going to give you a bit of guidance. But like I said, as you do this, you'll make this structure a bit more better for you, and you'll find your way of doing things, okay? But yeah, let me know what you think. If there's any questions on anything, or anything you want advice on buying specifically, especially around electrolytes or gels, or meals, I'm more than happy to advise. But let me know if this is useful.